Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Gallant. I'm a full-time realtor here in Colorado Springs, Colorado with ERA Shields. And on this channel, I'll talk about real estate tips and local knowledge, and my goal is to help you fall in love with Colorado Springs. On today's video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of either buying an existing, already built home or building one from scratch. So stay tuned. So let's talk about new builds next, the pros and the cons. Let's start with the pros. Pro number one, you get to pick your design. You get to choose the floor plan you like. You get to pick the lot that you want. You get to choose all of your fixtures. Now, that can also be a negative a little bit later, but you are literally picking the colors of your walls, every light fixture, every faucet, every door handle, the door type, the baseboard, everything on that house, you're going to be picking it. And that can be exciting for some of you and a really big pro that you get to design the house you want the way you want it to look. And that's the number one pro of why people like a new build. Number two, it's brand new. It's got a warranty on it. So some of the things are going to occur in that first year, and some areas are warranted a little bit longer, like concrete may be a 5-year warranty on it. Obviously the roof will have a warranty. So it has some warranties on it to ensure that some of these things will be handled in that first year. So any settling or things that may occur, the builder will be assisting you with a good majority of that. And that's a pro. Number three, you get to pick the floor plan. So if you didn't like some of those outdated, older home floor plans, you get to choose. There's a variety of builders out here and probably in your area also, and you get to choose the floor plan that you believe will best fit your family needs. And that's a pro. Now for some, this may be a pro and a con, but it has usually a homeowners association if it's a planned unit development. And there's huge amenities. In our area, we see lakes, we see ponds and such. We have recreation centers, tons of paths. There's golf, there's pools. There's such a huge variety of things available, but you do pay for that in your homeowners association. So that can be a pro or a con, but for some, they love that amenity to be able to have all those things right at your fingertips for your family to enjoy and not have to go too far from your home. When you're closing on a new build, if you choose their preferred lender, which many of them will ask you to consider, they will offer prepaids, meaning they'll add more money towards your closing costs. So that's a pro. And if you use their preferred lender, in some situations, they actually offer you a design credit. So they'll give you a certain amount of money towards the design choices that you make in the tile and the flooring and the faucets and the things that we discussed earlier. So those are pros of buying new. Okay, let's talk about some of the cons. The advertised price that you see is not necessarily the finished price. On top of that advertised price, you will have a lot fee, and depending on the lot you choose, if it's a premium lot, you will be paying anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 more for that purchase price. You also will see a lot of additions when you choose your design. So you're going to go to the design center, they'll give you a certain amount of credit, but you might not like the base level and you want to upgrade things like countertops or the spindles on the staircase going down, or the type of tile that they're choosing, or the countertop that they offer. So over time, once you get through the design center and you've chosen your lot, that beginning price will have shifted quite a bit. In a recent new build that I just did, the purchase price initially was $415,000. When we closed on this transaction, they closed at $545,227. So it went up quite a bit. But of course, that's based on their design choices, their lot fees, and size. So the purchase price is not always your finished product price. Con number two. Builder contracts are not state-regulated contracts. They are designed by the builder, for the builder, and they're not necessarily for the buyer. They do watch out for you, but you have to think that they're making that huge investment. They've bought the land, they're building something before you've truly purchased it. So they're taking the big risk. But for some, that that builder contract may not be comfortable for you. There was a lot of outs for the builder because they're making the initial investment. So just keep in mind that the builder contracts are pro builder, not necessarily pro buyer. Now, timing. The time to build a home currently in our area of Colorado Springs, Colorado is anywhere from 7 to 12 months, depending on weather, depending on material availability or the availability of laborers. But added to that, in the current seller's market where the builders do not have enough lots and there's a wait list, you might be waiting for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months before you even get to the point of picking a lot and then picking a home. So it could be up to a year or more till you are into a new build. So timeline may make that a negative for you. It might not be an option. Now, you might have to sell a house to be able to finish the new build. So there might be a period of time when you sold it that you have to find a rental, or maybe you have to stay with family while that home is being built. So for some, that's a con. It's kind of an uncomfortable situation. You're in limbo. You're not necessarily in your new house, but it can be a negative for many people. So that would be a con of a new build. You may have some time in a short-term rental or living with family. The cost of a new build is a little bit higher. The cost of building materials has increased due to the COVID pandemic. We have definitely lost some laborers over time, so their labor costs have gone up. And just overall, the scarcity of some of the appliances and that have made it a little bit more difficult. And of course, when there's less product, the price goes up. So new builds have been going up in our area for a single family residence. They're starting at about $415,000 base level, and they're going all the way up to 2.7 million. So there's a large range of that. Can you find a house in the 300s now and the low 400s that is existing? Yes, you can. So the price of a new build obviously is going to be a little bit higher for some. Many of your new built homes are in planned unit communities, and they're going to have a homeowners association. There is a lump fee that you pay at the closing table of about $6,000 that goes towards developing some of the things that are in the HOA that are available to you. There are monthly fees upwards of $200 in addition to your monthly principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So it does increase your cost for that home every month. We are seeing some builders with a very low HOA, meaning less amenities, obviously, but a little bit less per month for that homeowners association fee. Landscaping's not in yet. Now, most builders will usually give you a tree, some grass in the front, and a few bushes. But the backyard you have to do, and they are requiring you to do it within about 6 months of your move-in, based on the weather, of course. They will hold back money for landscaping costs to make sure that you will get the minimum done, but your landscaping has not been done yet, and that is an additional cost on top of building your home after you've closed and moved in. And on that same note, let's talk about window coverings. So window coverings, there's none. You're going to have to buy them all, and it can be quite pricey for the entire house, depending on how many windows your particular model has and what style you like. That added cost has not been put into your home. So those are additional costs after you close, but that is something you can do after the fact and in your time frame. Designing the house, literally, you usually have 2 to 3 design meetings. And it can be very overwhelming and stressful as you're looking at so many choices. And it can be overwhelming for some. So for some, that's a negative. So those are some of the pros and cons of either buying an existing home or having one built. And it really gets down to time and money. So if you have a little bit bigger budget and you have the time and the ability to stay somewhere else once you've sold your house while your new home is being built, that might be the best option for you to get exactly what you want and need. This strong seller's market has been quite challenging, and I know many people have been considering a new build, and if that's the right option for you. I wish you all the luck in making that happen. Do consider that having a realtor with you to help you through that process is really important, because as I said before, the builders will be pro builders, and just having someone in your corner is really, really important, and somebody who's already gone through the process with other buyers too. Those are nice people to have in your corner. If you're buying existing, it's a tough market out there, so having a real estate professional with you is critical to really help you navigate these multiple offer situations. But whatever route you take, I wish you all the best, and know that I'm here if you have any questions or you want to reach out, so feel free to connect. Thanks so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you did, and I'll post more videos, and if you have any videos that you'd like me to do, let me know. Have a great day.